Good morning, everybody. It's Giuliana Melo. Today, I am restarting my Talk Tuesdays once per month. Today, I had a guest scheduled and I got upset when she canceled because I was really looking forward to sharing this experience with you. And then a coach said to me, "Your story's meant to be told from you." And so today I'm showing up this Talk Tuesday. It is June the 13th. It is 11:11 a.m. here in Calgary, Alberta. And incidentally, the reason I was so passionate about this day, June the 13th, is because 13 is such a good luck number for me. Ever since I was a little girl, I have loved the number 13. And then when I became a uh, goddess healing practitioner, I realized that 13 is the number of the goddess. And the goddess has helped me so profoundly that I cannot even tell you. So come on in. I see people are starting to gather because this is my live podcast. I am streaming live on both of my pages and to YouTube today. So welcome everybody, wherever you are streaming from. For those of you that maybe don't know me on my biz page, I am Giuliana Melo. I am a spiritual wellness advisor. I am an angel advisor. I am a spiritual teacher. I am a Reiki practitioner. I have a multitude of labels behind me, but what I know for sure is I am a soul on this planet that each day endeavors her best to allow God to shine through me. I am here with you today with only a little bit of lip gloss on because today is Self-Love Tuesday. And hi, Cindy. Um, I felt strongly guided by my angels to not show up with a face full of makeup because today's Talk Tuesday is really important. And the basis of it is how, for 58 years of my life, I have never seen myself as beautiful. And last fall, I won a photo shoot with a photographer here in Calgary. And in March, I was able to go for that photo shoot. And I'll show you a few pictures in just a bit. But that photo shoot allowed me a deep healing, a very deep healing. And you'll see I'm clearing. I'm clearing from my eyes, from my nose, because this was a very deep, deep, cathartic experience. And I want to share, as always, like my angels do, they never leave me without something to share with you. I'm going to share a bit of my heart, but I want to share a post that came to me this morning, and I'll give credit to its author in just a moment. It is from Sovereign Collective, and it really resonated with my heart. And so I'd love to share it with you. Dear Feminine, I know most of you have been triggered and purging for the last while. This was something unexpected. Exhaustion, tiredness, anger, overthinking were observed in the collective. Deep inner healing has been going on for the feminine collective. Lower chakras are going through a full reset. Finally, with this new week, you will start gaining physical and mental strength to get back to your routine. Still take it easy. Rest is required to move easily through this transformation, as you can't even imagine what blessings are coming your way. Divine has planned everything behind the scenes. You will be working more on your spiritual growth now. Most of you will prefer to be alone and do the deep inner healing. Connection with the divine is becoming deeper. Your intuitions will be heightened in the coming days. There will be an inner push to work more deeply on spiritual growth. And lessons which are yet to learn through you have already learned enough. And remember, we can never be perfect. Remember, we can never be perfect. focuses more on work and financial stability. Though you have had enough tower moments and heavy realizations regarding your divine masculine, and there is a realization that this overthinking and this connection is only keeping you and your energy stuck. You have a clarity that this is exhausting you physically and making you more confused. It's better to work on your stability, growth, freedom, and finances instead of being stuck in this situation. You are coming back to the battlefield, and now it's time to fight for yourself and walk away from this situation for now. Complete detachment. Now, again, this is the Divine Feminine update from the Sovereign Collective. That was from this morning, 8:30 a.m. So I found that on Instagram. And I was like, wow, that is exactly what happened to me. So most of you know I've been on this healing journey now for 12 years. That has not been a secret. And that I know every day is a day that we get to choose how we're going to walk through this day. Whether we're going to sit in our guck or whether we're going to grab life by both hands and do something to propel ourselves forward into our dreams, desires, wishes, etc. Now, what also is not a secret is that my entire life I've been obese. And I have been since middle of last August on this healing journey of releasing specifically weight energy, old ideas, old thoughts, people, places, and things. And it has not been easy because there are emotions attached to everything. And when you get unnerved, the thing is, we need to eat. And sometimes when we're not feeling good, what happens is we want to stuff those emotions because somehow that food makes us feel better, but only for a moment. Hi, Bonnie. Hey, Cindy, you're so kind. And so, I thought to myself, I've been really hard on myself. Really hard on myself. And mostly because what propelled me into Weight Watchers and releasing 44 pounds up until 2 weeks ago, 44.4 actually. And my scale broke, so I haven't weighed myself in the last 2 weeks. But what I know for sure is I have been a bully to myself. And I allowed a doctor to bully me. And the surgeon had said to me last summer that there wasn't a doctor in Alberta that would fix my hernias because I am too fat. And there are some days where all I focus on is I am too fat. I am too fat. I am too fat. Fat, fat, fat. That is what rules my thoughts. And even though when I think, Giuliana, you've released 44.4 pounds, which to me is amazing. And I know the numerology, the angel numbers in that is the angels are around me, and I'm so grateful. And when I think about it, I'm just so grateful to my body for helping me and recognizing that it's my body, that for some reason I contracted a fat body so that I could have the experiences that were right for me. And I remember even a few years ago going to a body retreat with one of my mentors and learning to love the skin I am in became something that has been in my awareness since that time. So I think it was the year or two before COVID. So it's already been 5 years. And loving the skin that I'm in has not been easy for me. And that's what I want to talk about today, because it wasn't the photo shoot that sent me into this deep healing. It was how I saw myself that day. And I just want to show you before I begin this next part of my Talk Tuesday, the photos, because this was one of the outfits that I wore. I had a big intention for this photo shoot. I wanted it to be self-love guided. I wanted it to be, let me see another picture here. I'll show you. I had a goddess theme. So really like sitting upon that chaise made me feel really goddessy and queen-like. And then I said to her, I want a couple of photos that depicted the goddess work that I've done, the goddess within me, because I'd never seen myself as someone of strength, of that goddess within me. And then I also said to her, I need some photos for my biz. And, oh, I love this one too. This one, I really felt empowered. I said empowered was one of the key words that I wanted. And I loved when she put that gold backdrop behind us, which is really divine masculine. And I just want to show you a couple of the photos that I had her do that I felt like I exuded a powerful woman, a woman that has finally come into who I am. Do I believe it all the time? No, except when I tap into that, it makes me feel strong. I know that there's a part within me that's there. And then I absolutely love the pictures that she did for me to depict who I am as a spiritual teacher. As I was getting ready to go out the door that day, Mother Mary was talking to me and said, Miss G, I want to be with you. And so that beautiful statue of Mother Mary with Jesus, I brought my book because an amazing, you all know my shine sister, Debbie Lubinsky, said, G, your photo needs to be all you, your cards, your bowl, your book, etc. And I absolutely love this picture because I think it really does capture who I am as a spiritual teacher, as a human, as a woman, as a goddess, all of it, as a divine being from God. So you'll see how those pictures are absolutely gorgeous. And when I came home, I had the most interesting response from my husband. He said to me, go wash your face. You don't look like you. So what happened was I have always been someone that has taken too much external noise and judgment from others into my heart. And then as I began to show the sneak peeks, I had somebody to say to me, I really don't like the way they did your makeup. I don't know if you guys can see there. They should have done your neck and your shoulders too. So what happened was I began to judge myself again that, oh my God, I am not perfect, right? I'm not perfect. And I allowed the judgment of others to permeate my thoughts. It's an old pattern that I'm recognizing and doing my best to let go of. I know, sinned, it's easy to say F them, but it's not about them, it's about me. It was about me. And so that was March the 2nd, I believe, that I went for that photo shoot. Let me just see. Yes, it was March the 2nd. So March the 1st, I had done my post-COVID, my first post-COVID woman talk. speaking my truth. And then that Thursday, March the 2nd, I went for this beautiful photo shoot where I had the gift of my very first makeup. I had never had my makeup done professionally, not even at my wedding or my anniversaries. And my husband and I have been together 36 years this year. And so I had never had my makeup professionally done. And I don't know why. I even had a talk with my mother last week. I said, Mom, I don't know why. Why does our family have worthiness issues? Why? It must be something innate. It must be like that epigenetics where we came to this planet never seeing our beauty, never feeling enough. And I'm not afraid during mentoring, and I'm going to share with you all because it is so important, because I talk in the hopes that maybe it might inspire one of you to say, oh, if G felt like that, and if I feel like that, you know what, it's okay. So what happened for me was I had that photo shoot. I saw my beauty for the first time because I'd never had my makeup professionally done. And I thought I looked beautiful. I had fake eyelashes. And I was like, I never knew my nose was so small, really. And my lips looked like a real housewife. I mean, I absolutely, when I look at those pictures now, and you guys might think it's weird, for the longest time, I couldn't even look at these pictures. I couldn't look at me. And I did this on purpose of not wearing a necklace or earrings because I thought, you know what? The outfit itself was quite, well, you'll see. It was a lot. And then with the crown, I thought, I don't want it to be too busy. This is a self-love depiction. It is getting in touch with who you are, mind, body, spirit, in the skin that you were in at this weight, over 200 pounds, whatever it is for you. Yes, and Sind, you're right. Like, that smile is my superpower. I am greatly in gratitude to God because I know my smile connects all of us. When I smile, my eyes are sparkly. I know it is my superpower. And the rest of my body, I remember when I got sick. Now I know why I got sick with the cancer. Because I was so disconnected from my body. And as I was thinking about it this morning, I have never loved my body. Or I had never, cancel that. I had never loved my body. And then what happened was I got the diagnosis of the stage 3 peritoneal cancer. My mortality was right here in front of me. And I had then in that moment a choice to embrace this freaking body that I have right now or not. And if I had chosen or not, do you really think I would be here today? And I'm not being melodramatic, I mean that. I do not think that I would be here today. Because I don't believe you can have that great disconnect to your body and hate it so much and truly heal. So that's where I want to talk for a little bit today. Because learning to love the skin you're in is a concept that I learned from my mentor. And I had gone to a retreat to embrace this body that housed my soul. Because if I didn't get a grip, I knew that it wasn't going to be good. And so I want to share with you what Louise Hay says in my book, Love Yourself to Health. I shared a little bit about Louise Hay, the queen of the affirmation, because she was one of the first teachers to teach us about self-love. And she says, "You've been criticizing yourself for years and it hasn't worked. Try approving of yourself and see what happens." So let's talk a little bit about that. Instead of obsessing over what's wrong with your body, become obsessed with becoming a woman or a man who loves and embraces the skin they're in. You know, it is time. It's past time. To love the skin you're in means complete acceptance of your body, whatever size, shape, or form it is. Loving the skin you're in means liberation from whatever insecurities are holding you back. Body confidence is a lifelong journey and not something that we just decide one day and suddenly we love ourselves and our bodies. Hell no. Because if you're like me, who had for her entire life up until she met her husband, men say to her, "Oh, you're so beautiful. Too bad you're so fat." So what did I hear? I never heard, "You're so beautiful." I heard, "You're so fat. You're so fat." Isn't that a horrible word? It's worse than the other F word, fat. I truly believe the key to having a harmonious relationship with ourselves is accepting and honoring the body that we were given, the vehicle that it is to help us move our soul around, to have experiences that are right for us. Because maybe if I'd been the skinny bitch my whole life, maybe I wouldn't be the kind G that I am today. Maybe I wouldn't be so compassionate and understanding. Maybe nothing against skinny people. I mean that facetiously because that's where my mindset was. And back in the day, when I was young, they didn't have the plus sizes the way that they do now. And now when I dress up, I feel good because my clothes fit, or now they're big and I love it and I can dress more youthful. So the time is now, friends, to embrace your body, to have that harmonious relationship with yourself. So I want to share 3 points with you today so I don't lose you. Love where you're at. That's number 1. Love where you are at right now. Stop waiting for the right moment because it will never come. It doesn't exist. Whether it's losing weight or having a fitter body, there's no better moment than right now to fully embrace and accept your body. Number 2, give gratitude to your body. Do you know that your body hears everything? Everything that you say, everything that you think, everything. It hears it all. So you have an opportunity today to shift into self-love. Really deep self-love comes from the awareness of how exactly do you see yourself? What messages are you allowing in? What kind of people are you surrounding yourself with? And what power are you giving away? Just like that night when I came home from the photo shoot and my husband said to me, "Go wash your face." And I've never really discussed with him how mad that made me because I just did not have the energy to confront him in that moment. And I've been processing it still. And I think it was part of the fall, of my deep spiritual crisis, if you will. Because then I got sick. I didn't feel good. I retreated. And simultaneously, I had, well, that was early March. Then in April, a friend disrespected me, and I needed to let go of that situation and stand in my own power. And so it was multi-layered. So give gratitude to the body that you're in right now. Not, oh, I'm going to love my body when I'm 150 pounds. Love it right now. Develop a gratitude practice for your body. Be grateful for everything that it does for you. You know, in the retreat, I learned about functionality, being in gratitude for how the body functions. The heart is beating, the lungs are breathing. You're able to see, you're able to hear, you're able to touch. You're able to experience. Because as long as you're alive, you have that ability to have this amazing experience or not. So one of the ways that I've been doing it is I say them out loud. Like when I run up the stairs now, I don't get winded. I'm not short of breath. So I say, thank you, thank you, thank you, legs, for getting me up these 2 flights of stairs. Thank you. Thank you. We can do this. We are strong. We are powerful. And some days when you dress nice, you can say, oh, gee, you look really good today. You look beautiful. And it might be hard because I know for me, it was so hard. And that's why I thought today I'm going to show up with no masks on. Just gee. Well, I got some lip gloss on. And I was noticing my bags because I didn't put my cream on or anything. But I thought that's okay. I am good enough right now the way that I am. And that's what you can say to you. Develop that gratitude practice. So let's go back. Number 1 is love where you're at. The weight that you are, the ability that you're at, just love it right now. Love it where you're at. Number 2, give gratitude. And number 3 is recognize and appreciate the beauty within. We're so obsessed with beauty as a society and how we look on the outside that we forget our inner beauty, which is actually the most important part of ourselves because it's our truth. It's our true essence. Just sit with that for a moment. Let that sink in. It's not this. Because you could have the most beautiful face and have the ugliest heart. And are you really, truly beautiful? I know that's a deep one, right? So here are 3 things that you can do to help cultivate inner beauty. Write down 3 things about your personality every day. For example, I love my kind spirit. I love my generous soul. I love that I have a big heart. This one, I speak about it in my book, Love Yourself to Health. And I remember the first time I tried it. It's looking in the mirror, looking in your own eyes and saying, I love you. I really love you, G. And I remember looking back at myself and saying, you're so full of shit. Because I didn't love myself. I hated myself. I didn't feel smart enough, adequate enough, beautiful enough. I didn't feel like a good mother, a good wife, a good friend, a good daughter, a good anything. And I had that mirrored back to me time and time and time again. So when I met my own soul, I really needed to go deep. And I couldn't do that alone. I needed to take the hand of the divine to help me from the inside out. And you have to do it every day. You have to look in the mirror. If you're a girl or even a guy, you look in the mirror when you're brushing your teeth or maybe combing your hair or you're tweezing your nose hairs or your ear hairs. You're looking in the mirror. So look at yourself. Because I can tell you, when you don't have a good relationship with you, very rarely you're going to have a good relationship outside of you. And that shitty relationship that you have with you is going to be projected out on others in such horrid ways that I can tell you that looking in your eyes is going to be worth it. Because what happens is one day you look in that mirror and you do say, I love you so much. I'm so sorry for what we went through. And you know what? We're stronger than we thought. And we can get through it. We can get through it. And stand tall. Shoulders back. Open heart. Chest out. Good posture helps you. And I've been in yoga. I don't have a problem now opening my heart because it's one of the best things about me is that I do have an open heart. That even this week, I've had some advice that sometimes I take it all to heart and then I do my best and I don't really think about the ramifications. And last night I needed just a bit of a reality check with a good friend who brought me back into reality to remind me of me, my truth, my essence. And remember this, that when you believe it, you know, I used to hate that saying, fake it till you make it. However, sometimes I really know what that means now. It's that even on those days, and I do have a mirror here, let me just grab it. So I didn't know that I'd want to show you, but even on those days, I remember when I looked in the mirror and I would say, you're full of shit. Now, when I'm saying it, I don't believe it because I know I'm not. And you know why? Because God made me. God thought I was good enough. God knows who I am because he made me. And even though I needed to come into awareness of my 5 fears not being enough, not feeling worthy, wanting to be liked, wanting to fit in, giving my power away, and feeling judged. Those are the things that you're going to get an unnerved Miss G. But what I can say is when you truly love you, things begin to shift. And that does not mean that you won't have these days like I did. I think it was another cleansing crisis where I looked at myself in those pictures. I looked at myself and I was like, why did I waste my entire life thinking that I wasn't valuable? Why? And maybe March 2nd, 2023 was the day that I needed to learn to let it go, to move forward, to see my beauty so that I could project that with you. So that I could allow you, beautiful Dawn, to see your beauty. Cindy, so that you can see your beauty. And that it isn't external. It's in here. It's in here. And I can honestly say that I believe that this catharsis allowed a deeper transformation. And it's really interesting because in my memories 4 years ago, I had the amazing blessing of being on a podcast with Emmanuel Dagger. And I remember asking him about spiritual bypassing, and somehow he said to me, Giuliana, I think you need deeper self-love. And I was like, deeper self-love? I'd written the book on Love Yourself to Health. So I've been on this process, this journey of discovering my value with bringing in self-love each and every day, except I didn't believe it. Not deeply. Superficially, yeah, I was doing the baths. I was doing my affirmations. I wasn't really believing it still. And then this happened. The external met the internal. And even though I had released, I don't know how many pounds up to that day. Do you know what happened for a month? I gained 5-6 pounds because it was energy, right? Weight is energy. Because I fell down mentally, physically. I had hired 2 trainers and I was really doing my best to do all these exercises. And this body that has not done a lot of exercise her whole life was hurting unit. Everything hurt. That even last week when I went for my mammogram, I had like a fibro flare where I hurt from my neck to my belly. My boobs hurt so much. I think the more fat that they had in them, the less it hurt. And this year, because I made the tech laugh because I said, I have pygmy boobies right now. They have gone south. I joke with my husband that I want a boob lift, but I don't really. I'm just joking. I will buy a good bra. Debbie's guiding me always to buy a good bra to lift the girls up. But I'm paying attention to my body and how it's talking to me. And everything is starting to click. Every teacher that I've had up to now that has helped me love the skin that I'm in, taught me the affirmations, taught me the mirror work, taught me the exercises, helped me connect to the divine. It's all lining up to that magic that is within me. That is my experience, not Sunny's experience, not Velvet Dawn's experience, not Karen's experience, mine, Giuliana. My experience. And how have all these teachings brought me to today? And even this morning when I tapped in, White Buffalo Calf Woman is feeling so much more like Divine Mother to me, Indigenous. It how she's speaking to me and helping me be the peace that I so desire, stand in my own power, love my own heart, teach what I've learned, and show up a better me than I was yesterday. That's what that photo shoot did for me. And now I can see why the photographer canceled. And one of my friends said to me, this isn't about the photographer. This is about you. And you still need to go do your Talk Tuesday. Because this talk is important. Because I think it resonates deeply within all of us. Because we all judge ourselves. We all have compared ourselves. If you're like me, you compared yourselves to the skinny girls. And cancel bitch, I meant that only facetiously, because a lot of us, that was the old language that we used. We wanted to be the pretty girls, the popular girls. Now I can see that's so superficial. And I do love watching the Real Housewives of New Jersey and Beverly Hills and Orange County. And you can see that when we lose ourselves to the external, now they're on Ozempic, which incidentally, I'm diabetic. That's a diabetic drug. There are big ramifications to the body. That they get that skinniness for a moment, maybe a little while. And then when you stop, or some are having big side effects for that elusive moment of eternal youth. And you'll see how when we get the Botox or the facelifts, we're altering the state of grace and aging. Now, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm just saying what the angels are reminding me for me. Because I did. I went and got my tattoo last year, went and got my eyebrows redone because I needed to feel younger. So I'm not saying not to do it. I'm just saying be mindful of yourself is listening. I mean, even now I'm like, when I was fatter, my neck didn't have these jowls. Now, like, I'm noticing weird the way the skin is. And learning to embrace myself at this age, 59, which is a story for another day. So much happened for me in these last few months that the real thing I want to leave each of you with is this, that our connection to our divine is our anchor in whichever way, shape, and form that feels good to you. I call him God. I will always call him God. I will never shy away from saying, God help me save my life. No, God saved my life. And every day I know is a great gift. And so when I'm hating on my body, what I'm really doing is I'm saying, I hate God. And that hurts me deeply. Not that I am God. However, a part of him resides within me. And he created me. So today, that's what I want to leave you all with, is to tap within. I'll do a blog on this with the notes that I took, and then you can refer to it. But just know that it is so true. The divine feminine is rising. We're all going through things. It's to make us better, even when it feels like maybe we've taken a step back, or maybe even 10 steps back. It just feels like it. Keep pushing through, keep pushing through. Take the hand of a good friend. And be authentic and true and share you. That's what all these retreats and circles have done for me. Is it allowed me to show up each different version of me, hoping that I will see the best in me and keep going. Keep going. Keep going. Hi, Linda. So let's see what Cindy says here. She says, believe you are here for a reason and trust. Everything else just matters, especially others' opinion. You're beautiful and strong. Thank you. I love you. Thank you. And the whole point of that is thank you. And we need to believe that within us. Within us. Because it didn't matter Remember I said how the guys before my husband, because my husband has always thought I was beautiful. And there's been so many times that I told him to shut up because I couldn't hear it. I couldn't receive it. And now I say, thank you. But the guys used to say to me, oh, you're so beautiful. Too bad you're so fat. What did I hear? I heard fat, 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 fat. Forgot that I hate that word. I really do. And I really hate women who disempower other women, especially when we're eating, and then they say, oh my God, I ate so much, I feel so fat. Just stop it. Just stop it. Stop berating yourself. Stop putting that energy out into the collective. Just stop. So let's go back through just to recap those 3 points. Love where you're at right now. Right now. Put a hand on your heart. Say, I love you. I really love you. I love you. I love you. I love you. And number 2, give gratitude to your body. Tell it, thank you. Thank you, body. We can walk. Thank you, body. We can do the stairs. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. Thank you, body. And right now, recognize and appreciate the beauty within you. And you'll be on the right path. And know that you are strong enough to get through whatever it is that you're walking through. Okay, everybody? I'm Giuliana Melo. This is your Talk Tuesday for today, June the 13th. I hope that you've enjoyed it. If I can be of service, giulianamelo.com. And I'm going to leave it at that. Many blessings to each of you. You are loved. You are worthy. You are enough. From my heart to all of you, bye for now.